prepared a resolution here, as well as I had placed in the Townsend Star a legal notice about this hearing and the 45-day comment period following this period. Resolution begins by just saying how much money we received. That's $8,551,000.26. The money came to the county through the Secure Rural Schools and Community Self-Determination Act. That money is supposed to help counties that have a history of declining timber sales. The statute itself requires the money to be spent on only three purposes: carry out activities under the Firewise Community Program, reimburse county agencies for responding to emergencies on federal lands in the county, and also to develop the county wildfire population protection plan. And I prepared a resolution there. What we discussed this last Thursday at the local emergency planning committee meeting, and so that we had some citizen input. David Nunn of the U.S. Forest Service Fire Management Officer, I think for the, they call it Helltown, it's Helena Townsend Ranger Zone, Fire Zone, Helltown Zone. That's their acronym, not mine.
I kind of like it.
It's kind of cute, yeah. And they recommend this, they can use the Community Wildfire Property Protection Plan. The one we have in the county is quite old, I'm not too sure. I ain't got a copy of it. I'm new at this job and I'm trying to take all the information I can. Anyway, what we're recommending to the Board of County Commissioners is that we take and reimburse the county agencies. Like the fire department is not a county agency, it's a rural fire district, but they don't have any expenditures. Sheriff's Office did not come up with any expenditures for search and rescue or expenses relating to the two major fires this summer. One was at Spokane Hills, which was a BLM fire, and another one was south of Boston there at the Copper City fire. They had no expenses relating to that. Forest Service bought lunches for everybody, including the rural fire district from Three Forks and the Townsend rural fire district. After we spend those monies, then it's recommended to split the money between two projects. One project would be, one half the money would go towards fire safe or Firewise community programs to provide education to homeowners and fire sensitive ecosystems to increase protection of people and property, and the other half would be spent putting together, updating the excuse me, county wildfire population, the community wildfire population protection plan for the county. And once this money is obligated, I propose to obligate it to the Office of Disaster Emergency Services, and then administering money through that office. And then once the county makes an obligation, then we have a 45-day comment period with the public to send comments to the Board of County Commissioners, either as an email or in the form of a letter, so that we can bring it to the commissioners at the various meetings. If you have any questions on the proposed resolution, very question.
No, I appreciate that you emailed it to us before the meeting, so we could read this. So thanks for that.
Sure.
I guess you'll be deciding these different areas where the money will be going and how it's going to be used.
Well, I think we spent about half and half on both of those. I think I was here.
Right, but in each different section of that half.
That's correct, yes. Well, we're part of our local government emergency planning committee is to come up with different projects. I talked with a couple landowners. They're talking about perhaps a mitigation project on the log cabin. It's a private driveway that's off north, Deep Creek Road. And there's quite a few residents up there, I think about 6 of them, and that might be a project we may fund. There's money available through the Tri-County Rural Fire Safe Working Group, federal money available that matches. Usually they pay about half of it, and the landowner has to come up with the other half. Areas like that, we want to look at areas to evacuate people. They only have one way in and one way out. So if there's a wildland fire in there, we don't want them to be trapped in there, as well as we want to send firefighters in there, and we don't want them to be trapped in there as well. Those are different mitigation projects under the project you can, as well as we educate people that they have a shared responsibility. It's their property. They like to build in the trees, and they should build Class A type roofs on their homes and be prepared for a wildfire. The goal is, with wildland firefighters, is the home can survive all by itself without a fire truck there. That way we don't put firefighters in danger. That's called the survivable space around the ignition home, the ignition zone around the home. And that's the goal, is to get these landowners prepared for a fire, so So if they evacuate, fire blows through, firestorm comes through, the house survives. And we don't have to engage in any firefighting. Besides, we don't have enough fire trucks or firefighters to go at everybody's home. And so we're real cautious of the safety issue of firefighters, particularly this weekend when that report came out from Arizona Fire, how those 19 firefighters burned up in their shelters. And that was a top-notch crew. That was a hotshot crew. They weren't volunteers. Had a lot of fire training. And what we're going to try to do is get the people to understand their responsibility, and we'll help them with matching funds, which are available, supplied to the county, through either from the Forest Service, in addition to this money, through the Forest Service, or through Bureau of Land Management has matching funds. And the Tri-County area, Pat McKelvey is the one that is the mitigation and prevention specialist. And we work as cooperators with that county. The 3 counties in the Tri-County are Lewis and Clark, Jefferson, and then Broadwater. We've been in that over 26 years, that organization. Any other questions?
We had Pat and Kelly, I think you came too,
I did.
2 years ago, to talk about Gurnett Creek
Yes.
and doing this. So I'm glad to hear that you guys are talking about it again. It's a good way to get the job done. And it's kind of a win-win-win for everybody.
It is.
And protection for these people.
Exactly, and the firefighters.
Any other questions?
Second.
With that, if it's not too much premature, I would move that we go ahead and sign the resolution to start the 40-day comment period on the process to utilize the Title III funding as specified in the resolution.
It's moved and seconded that we sign the resolution obligating forestry Title III in county funds and starting the 45-day comment period. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed the same. Motion carried.
We need to put any more legal notices in, commissioners?
At least one
Okay.
for the
we'll do
final decision, but I'm just wondering if we wouldn't warrant two, one for a public hearing at the 45-day time period, and then the next week for a decision,
that. It's a good idea.
would be my guess, or suggestion.
Yeah.
Now, let's see, for the record, the Townsend Star is the newspaper for legal notices, is that correct?
That's correct.
That's something to do with state law, I don't know.
Yeah, a newspaper has to be in circulation for 12 months.
Okay,
So, the Townsend Star is the newspaper of record.
okay. That's all I have, commissioners. Any questions for me?
No, other than bang up job so far, Mike. Thank you for everything you've done and all the hours you've been putting in.
I'm just in a learning process. I have a lot to learn. There's
We're doing well.
a lot of gophers out there to chase. I went out in the parking lot and talked to Sean Higley and gave me a copy of the information he is going to give to the citizens meeting tonight at 6 o'clock. I'm going to go down and make copies of that and bring it right back up to you. I'll make a couple extra copies for the general public. And Sean will not be there tonight. His son has a football game, and it's the last game of the season, and that daddy instinct kicked in
Good for him.
above business.
I'd say go for it, Sean. Kids grow too fast.
They do. And that's it. I'll keep you guys in touch. I'll try to get a copy of the radio grant for you. I have a copy of that. I don't have it in town, but I'll make copies of it. And I don't have it electronically. It's a Word doc, it's a hard copy, what do you call it? I'll get it to you. Put it in your mailboxes.
Sounds good.
And anybody else wants a copy.
Thank you.
Anything else, commissioners?
Not from me.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Mike.
Yep, have a great meeting.
Bernie, do you have any? I do. COSs?
does not claim an exemption, it's retracing of existing parcels. But I was just bringing it forward because I'm not sure what.
FYI,
But yeah,
let
for
us know.
FYI, yes. This was Ward, Schofield owns the southwest quarter of section 16. And the highway and the right-of-way, the railroad right-of-way, break their property in half. So they're not creating a parcel, it's existing, but the highway creates the two parcels. So, it's a divorced tract. By the means of what they've done or what they're doing, just the way the highway cut it. And anytime a piece of parcel of land is cut by a deeded highway, it does create two parcels.
Okay, now which makes sense.
Right, and they're in the process of selling some of their land, but they're keeping with their house, the parcel with the house on it. So this is just a retracement to show the property of record.
Well, thank you for bringing it forth.
Yeah. That's interesting, it's common sense, but I didn't know that, so thank you. Yeah,
And it has gone to the examining land surveyor and the
There's
secretary.
a lot of parcels like that in the county.
Yes, yeah, it can be.
Evidently, like everything, they'll get ready to sell them, I guess, huh?
No, if it's a deeded highway or the railroad cuts it in half, then they're not connected, so it just creates two parcels.
Makes sense. Thank you.
You have another gentleman here with the COS too before you move on.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's me. I'm a surveyor and did some work for Dave Smith. Butte.
Say your name for the record, please.
Brian Thompson, lawn surveyor, out of Butte. And what we have is a certificate of survey for a family transfer. With children.
Where's this located?
This is near the Schofield residence.
It's in Schofield here.
Oh, that must be a Don School.
Yeah.
It's Interstate 90 here, I see. So-
Yeah.
So it must be down.
And the remainder is basically the ranch. The piece that he's actually splitting up is dry, it's not ranchable. This piece here, this piece here has an existing dwelling on it. So the remainder.
And what is this?
That's the Schofield property, he doesn't own that, he actually does own through the road and up in this area where he keeps his implements.
so this is creating
Two
two
tracks.
family transfers, and these are future planned?
No, those are those are already split by the Schofields
Oh,
in
okay,
the past.
okay.
Okay,
So
here's
it's
all
A
down.
and B right here
Yeah.
that we're
Those two
addressing.
parcels.
I didn't know Schofield still, I thought that was sold off.
That's Ralph Schofield.
Oh, okay.
That's,
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I guess it's back this way, they,
Yes,
It's
Don's
sold.
sold his to Dave Smith.
oh, okay. Then George is still the same.
mhm. Maybe this or this. Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's got 2 months left there, but anyway, he's right across from where Don lived, you know.
Mhm.
And these, of course, will follow all the guidelines in MCA for family transfer.
Yep.
Okay.
And again, the one that has an existing, that's the old Schofield house. This is the residence right here. So that one has an existing system, the other one is just raw land, over 20 acres. Desert.
Yeah,
Not in Montana.
Montana desert.
Yeah.
I have no issue with it.
Yeah.
I'll entertain a motion then.
Will we support the family transfer, tracks A and B for the Schofields?
I'll second it, it's for Smith, and there's
It's for Dave Smith.
Smith.
Oh, pardon me, sorry about that, Dave Smith.
It's moved and seconded that we grant approval for the Smith minor, no, for the family transfers, tract A and tract B. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Thank you, sir.
I'm new to this, is there anything else?
No?
I'll bring up the checklist later. I'm gonna grab it.
All right, that'll work. Thank you very much.
I have minutes of September 16th.
I will move that we approve those minutes, as well as the working minutes of September 19th, if I can put them both in one motion.
Yep. It's moved and seconded to grant approval to September 16th commission meeting and September 19th working meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. A periodic sale announcement from Department of Ag and Forest Service. Enclosed is a periodic sale announcement from the Helena and Lewis and Clark National Forest for the period beginning October 1st, 2013, ending September 31st. September 31? I should be looking at it before I start. Well, theirs says 31, but I'm gonna change it to 0.
Good catch on your part.
2014, the sale program is divided into 2 time periods as allowed. October 1st, 2013 through March 31st, 2014, and April 1st, 2014 through September 30th, 2014. If you have any questions concerning this announcement, contact individual district rangers. The Red Mountain is over by Clancy, the Red Mountain folks used to live. So it's firewood permits, product permits, and Sandbar Whiskey, which is around Lincoln, and Red Mountain Flume, Chessman Reservoir, which is out of Helena. Hold it, I missed one too. There's one called Woolsey Creek at White Sulphur and Little Belts Salvage at White Sulphur. So anybody that wants to see this is more than welcome. It's noon. We'll take a lunch break until 1:30.
Sounds good.
I'd say, if you want to sit up, no, I did not.